What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Busy Life Podcast. My name is Julie, and today we are talking all things personal trainer. As you guys know, I am a NASM certified personal trainer. I have been for almost 5 years now, which is so exciting. And it's one of the things that I'm really, really, really proud of. And I always get a lot of questions about being a personal trainer. So I wanted to provide an opportunity for you guys to ask me some questions and then I can answer them as best as I can. And honestly, too, I would never answer something for you guys that is totally scripted. It is 100% honest answers. So these are questions that I have been asked in the past. I kind of just went through my DMs and I gathered all of them together. Questions that I've been asked through text, even from my clients, or questions from people who I was reaching out to at my gym. We did things called Smart Starts, which was like, it was kind of like a free session with a trainer where you got to know a trainer and you were matched with this trainer accordingly. Like it was definitely planned and it was a whole strategic thing. Like once you joined the gym, the people from the membership team got you all signed up and they scheduled a smart start for you with a trainer that they thought would work really well with you. And 9 out of 10 times they always gave us the best people for our styles and personalities. Um, so that was awesome. And even questions that I was asked by those people, I remembered and wrote down. So this is just like a mix of all the things. I'm going to turn off my alarm that's telling me to get this episode recorded. But anyways, let's get into the questions and see where it goes. So the first question was, how did you get your certification in being a personal trainer? I used the NASM courses to be a certified trainer. So I have a NASM personal training certification, and you have to take, it's like a guided study where it's self-paced, but I do believe that it expires after a certain amount of time, and then you have to like pay for the course to come back. But it's a course. It's like taking a college class. It's a course where each chapter and each module is about all the different parts of being a personal trainer, not just these are the exercises that build your glutes. These are the exercises that you do to have a stronger back. It goes into nutrition. It goes into mental health. It goes into the science behind why these moves are for these muscles and promote this type of growth. And these moves are this way. And if done incorrectly, they can hurt you. I mean, it is a detailed plan. And then, of course, you have to go into various health concerns and different things that people go through too. I mean, you can't just say, hey, here's a really cool plan I've written and I'm going to give it to everybody. Mm-mm. A personal trainer is personal for a reason. I got to get to know you. I got to make sure that you are healthy, you are cleared by a doctor to be here, that you don't have any underlying health conditions, that you are physically able to go through this. And I'm here to make sure that you can maintain everything that I'm going to have you do. Even if it is as simple as I'm just going to teach you how to get up and down from a chair without having to hold on to something, or how to move your legs up and down the steps without feeling like you're in pain all the time. I mean, and that goes into a whole other realm of like corrective exercise too, but that's one of the specializations. So you start by getting your personal trainer certification through the personal trainer course. And that is a big course that I studied for weeks. I mean, I took notes. I watched webinars. I did practice exams. I gave my heart and soul into this exam because it meant so much to me. And I am so passionate about personal training that I just decided, look, we're going big or we're going home. You got to go all into this kind of a thing. This is not something that you can just take lightly. And one thing that I get really upset with is when I just see all these people who have thousands and thousands of followers just because they've got abs. or just because they have a big butt, but they're not a certified trainer and they are putting out programs for people to do. I get it. It's what works for them. So they're going to sell it because it's what works. But please be careful with this, guys. If you are the consumer of these products, maybe have it looked at by somebody who is a certified personal trainer or somebody who does have a specialization in exercise science. If the person who put these things out does know what they're doing and there is science behind their programs, sure, go for it. But it's very dangerous to purchase something off of Instagram that was not written by a certified personal trainer or a certified fitness professional. I'm going to leave it at that because you could go into so many details about that, but I am very passionate about that. So when I took this course, I just knew I need to go, like I said, I got to go bigger, I got to go home. And then with that, you can have little specializations to maintain your certification. So your main certification is kind of like your degree when you go to college. So my main certification was personal training. And then, your major, that's the word. It's like your major when you go to college. I'm majoring in personal training. And then your minor is your specializations. These can be like youth fitness, fitness for the elderly, women's fitness, which is the one that I have, and nutrition coaching, which is another one I have. I also have one in social media management for fitness professionals. And you keep getting those to build CEUs, which is continuing education. And you need to have 2.0 CEUs every 2 years to renew your certification. If you don't get them, then you need to then have what do you call it? Like you have to just totally redo the test, I think is actually what it is, which is not fun. Or you have to pay to have the certification come back or pay for extra time. Just if you guys are a personal trainer or you're considering being a personal trainer and you're asking, just don't do that. Keep up with your education so that you're always informed, you always know what you're doing, and you're creditable, right? Nobody wants to hire a personal trainer that's like, actually, I haven't done this in a long time. So make sure that you guys, for those of you who are asking because you're interested, are doing it the right way and keeping up with your certification. So yeah, that's the long answer, but the short answer is that I did it through NASM, and I highly, highly, highly recommend it because, like I mentioned, many of my following certifications, like nutrition coaching, like social media management, and like women's fitness, also came from NASM. And the new one I'm working on is youth fitness, and I want to look into corrective exercise. So that is the answer to the first question. The second question is, why did you get your certification in personal training when you could just buy a program from somebody who is a certified personal trainer? The answer is actually just because I wanted to. I wanted to know why I was doing the things I was doing in the gym. And everybody on everybody on fitness, everybody on Instagram says, "Hey, do this exercise to get your glutes to get your glutes to be bigger. Do this exercise to get your glutes to be bigger. Do this, do this, do this, do this to get flat abs." I just wanted to know what I actually needed to do. So this is all the beginning of my fitness journey, which I've talked about a few times on this podcast, but the summary of it is I looked at myself in the mirror one day and I just decided that I don't like who I see. I don't identify with her. She is not me. We are better than that. And I have let myself go. Many people had said things and I never genuinely let their words get to me. They hurt for sure, but one day I just decided, no. This is this is not me. I am better than this. And I want to empower myself through fitness. So I started doing a bunch of different programs, some by certified personal trainers and some not. I'm going to fully admit I bought a $30 glute program because I wanted a bigger butt. And I hurt my knee, and not badly, but I hurt my knee and I was like, God, like, this kind of sucks. And then I just was like, you know what? I'm tired of seeing all these ads for all these people who are selling all these plans. And like, what makes yours better than yours? How do I actually know if yours is better than hers or if his is better than yours? I don't. So I educated myself, which is kind of just like almost like a personality trait that I have. I would much rather learn about something myself and make sure that I've got the facts straight rather than kind of hearing from the grapevine. So yeah, I just wanted to. I became really passionate about health and fitness and passionate about taking care of myself. So I wanted to make sure that I was doing it in a way that was proper and was going to keep me healthy and that was actually going to get me progress. That's a huge thing, right? So many people want a plan that's going to get them results. But a lot of these plans written by people who aren't certified personal trainers or certified fitness professionals are just focusing on like growing or shrinking one part of your body. And that's just not how it works. I mean, when I tried to build my glutes, I ended up gaining fat in many areas of my body. And then when I tried to shrink my stomach, I ended up getting too tiny. I mean, you just can't spot reduce. And I knew that it was just time for me to teach myself and using science backed research to do that. I knew I was giving myself the correct information. I knew it was proven by science and by studies and many years of research. And I went from there. So that's why, for myself. Number three, can you actually make a lot of money as a PT, considering doing it, but not sure if it's worth it? Yeah, you definitely can. I think something hard about personal training is you have to find your people. With teaching, I mean, I will always have students. There will always be kids that come to school, and there is always a need for teachers. So I am guaranteed a job as a teacher. But with personal training, you really have to put in that work. At my gym that I worked at, yes, we had an awesome member management team that would send me people that I clicked really well with, but not everybody wanted to buy a plan from me. And I knew exactly what they needed after I got to know them through our Smart Start sessions. I was like, I know, trust me, I know what you need. I am experienced. I got you. Here's what it's going to cost. And that's when you lose them. So it is very hard to build that at first. And you have to put in the work. So, and I think that's like any business, honestly. You have to be okay with a start period that's kind of slow and not what you would like. But I think something that I recommend was I noticed I was getting more clients through the gym than I was online because during COVID, when I was just teaching virtually, I was stuck in my house. And actually, the first thing that reopened was the gym before school reopened. So at that point was when I was like, I'm going to take my personal training business and go into the gym. But I had already started like free full body Fridays on Zoom, and I had started doing some workout groups through people who wanted to do workouts together on Zoom. And I never charged anybody and because I just wanted to get my name out there. I wanted people to feel comfortable with me, to feel safe with me, to try my workouts, first of all, see if they even liked it. And I usually had a pretty good turnout. Many people turned it on and were like, oh my God, like this is hard, or, like this was really fun. But then I was like, okay, I'm not making anything from this. Like, I'm making friends and I'm making good memories, but I'm not really making any money out of it. Money wasn't what I really needed from it. Like I said, I have a job, I'm a teacher, but I did want to start seeing like what what revenue I could tap into. So I started doing online coaching, but then the problem was I had a lot of people that were just like, "Oh, no, no, like I liked the free stuff. Sorry." "Oh, no, I'm not really looking for a personal trainer. Sorry." So you hit all the no's and you get many, many no's. So I think as long as you can put in the work and you can find your niche, whatever it is that works for you, maybe you do better. You are the kind of person who does better through offering something online because people can do it in the comfort of their own home or in their gym. That's great. For me, that wasn't really my thing. And I kind of noticed that. So I'd always wanted to work at a gym. My gym is a very safe place to me. I know many people who are struggling to find gyms just because either of the community or they don't really care for the equipment or they feel very judged. So I get that. And I feel so blessed to have the gym that I am a part of because it is the gym that I started working at. Actually, no, I worked at another gym before that one, but so this is my second gym I worked at. But it's the one I've stuck at the longest, I guess I should say, and I've built the most clients from this gym. And I still work out at this gym. And I work out at the exact gym that I worked at because I love it that much. I love the people. I feel very comfortable and safe. If there ever is a problem, I just say something and it is almost always solved right away. There was one incident where this one guy was taking pictures of me and it was very uncomfortable. And every time we tried to confront the guy, he would just leave. Have not seen him since though. And you can bet your bottom that if I saw him, I would definitely call him out. But other than that, it's been a good experience. And I guess what I'm trying to say is it's hard to find that place. But if you have one that you feel comfortable in, you enjoy, become a trainer at a gym because that's what it was for me. I was able to be introduced to so many more people. I didn't feel like I was forced through trying to find people online or trying to prove myself online. It was like, oh, you are a female who is looking to lose weight or is looking to build muscle and da 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 da. You would work really well with Julie. Let me get you set up with Julie. So it was kind of through word of mouth. And I just started meeting people one at a time. And it was great. And I did start to bring in a pretty good amount of money. So that was really what it was for me. And I think if I had kept it up, I definitely could have kept going because you can even have like different levels. So at my gym, you can just start off as like a standard trainer where you charge the standard amount per your sessions. But then you can apply to be, I believe it's like advanced or master. I forget the terms, but then people would have to pay a little bit more, but then you make a little bit more. And I know somebody who it is their comfortable full-time job because they are making very, very good money. So I think it really just depends and where you want to start. Like, do you want to start online? Do you want to start at a gym? And are you willing to commit? Is honestly the first question I would even ask. Are you willing to commit? Because if you want to grow a business, you got to put in the work before you can reap the rewards. So that's my answer to that. Number 4, what are some of the craziest things? Oh, I love this. What are some of the craziest things you've seen as a trainer? Okay, this is the first story that comes to my mind. When I was a trainer, I was doing my own workout. And one thing that does happen a lot when I'm working out is a lot of people come up to me and ask me for advice on how to use certain machines or what they think I should do for a certain type of exercise or whatever. Or they just say hi because they're like, hey, like you used to work here or whatever. I love it. I genuinely don't hate it. I really enjoy it. It's part of the reason I love my gym. Um, but this one guy was working out at the same time I was working out. He recognized me from the gym and he said, he was like, hey, I want to bench press, but I don't really know where to start. I said to him, no, not a problem. Something I always recommend is just starting with the bar and having a spotter, especially if this is your first time doing it. The bar itself, people underestimate. It's a whopping 40 pounds. So if you dumbbell bench press with 2 10s, that bar is heavy. So the bar is not just like this light stick. I say that because he says to me, I can bench 45. I said, oh, okay. start with the barbell. I even think it's actually 45. It might be more than 40. It's like 20 kilograms is what it says on my barbell. I'm not very good at the kilograms to pounds conversion. So I said, cool, just start with the barbell. He did not listen to me, and he put two 45s on each side of the barbell. He says to me that he thought when I said just start with the barbell, that he meant just start with one weight on each side on the barbell, which is also not correct, because even if you were to just start with one weight, you picked the 45s. Those are the biggest plates. There's 25s, there's 10s, there's 5s, there's even 2.5s, and you picked 45 on each side. So you've got 45 pounds of a barbell plus now 90 pounds of weight that you've added, and you told me you've never benched before. So here I am on the machine across from him doing my workout, and I see this guy literally about to drop this barbell on his chest. And I'm thinking, holy shit, he's about to go into cardiac arrest if he drops this on him. Yes, I am certified in CPR. You have to be if you're a personal trainer, but I am not about to, I'm not ready for this. I run over to him. I drop everything. I run over. I pick up the bar behind him and I put it up. I mean, really? I just can't get over the fact that some people just are so egotistic when it comes to the gym. And I told him, you don't start with that, especially if you're comfortable with 45. You start with the barbell, dude. Okay? It doesn't, I don't know if he meant he can do 45 pounds per arm, but he clearly couldn't. So when I think of the craziest things, that's what I think of. I honestly don't even remember what happened after that incident. I think he was so embarrassed, he kind of just took the weights off and walked away. I just remember him looking horrified and like, holy shit, my life almost flashed before my eyes. Um, and then I was just like, are you okay? He was like, yeah, I'm fine. And I went back to my workout. So yeah, stuff like that. I see a lot of improper form. I see a lot of people using, especially the hip abductor machine, which is the machine that you sit and you push your legs out. A lot of people love it for their glutes. I always see people like standing almost like they're standing on the machine a bit, like you sit and then you kind of like lift your butt up and you almost like hug the machine, and they think it gets their glutes better. It really doesn't. You look really weird. You will get the most out of your glutes if you sit and you use the machine the way the machine was meant. Machines are not like free weights. Machines like ensure that you have proper form, that you won't get hurt, and that you can safely fail. Dumbbells and barbells do not. Those challenge your stabilizer muscles to make sure that you have the best form, but it's actually harder because you are not just letting those stabilizer muscles relax. So you've got your primer muscles, which are the muscles that you're working. Obviously, with a bicep curl, you're working your biceps. With a deadlift, you're working your glutes and your hamstrings. But then you've got your stabilizer muscles, which are all the other muscles that are trying to stay still and keep you from hurting yourself so that you can use your primer muscles properly. So machines kind of take that away from you. Like I'm thinking now of like a bicep curl machine, or like I just said, the hip abductor machine, the outer thigh machine, whatever word your gym uses for it. So use it properly. Okay? Don't try to make it weird, because now you're not doing it the right way and now you look weird and you're going to film yourself and put it on Instagram and have your ass sticking out. Look at me doing a good glute day. No. Honey, no. Just don't. So that's some of the craziest stuff I've seen. I'm sure I've seen more, but the bench press guy was definitely the top of my list. Number 5, what's the best exercise to do? Oh, come on. The best exercise you do is the ones you actually do and the ones that you enjoy. I personally hate Bulgarian split squats. I know everybody loves them. They're so good for your legs. I know that, but I hate them. I do them anyway, but I don't like them. they hurt. I can't really go super heavy on them. And for me, I just love lifting heavy. It's just so empowering to me. It makes me feel so strong. Um, I hate those, but totally recommend them. There is no best exercise. There really isn't. There's exercises you like, there's exercises you don't like. I don't love push ups, but I really want to get better at them. So I do them as often as possible. Every every exercise is a great exercise for your body so long as it is done properly with good form, weights that you can lift appropriately. And when I say that, I mean you will not hurt yourself with them. You are not like arching your back when you're not supposed to, or like thrusting like what people do when they deadlift. So many people think that you're supposed to do that little hip thrust at the end. You're not. You're not. You have just disengaged your glutes when you did that. So there is no best exercise. The best exercises are the ones you enjoy, the ones that you're doing properly, and the ones that you commit to getting better at every day. That's my answer to that one. Number 6, what plan do you recommend the most for your clients? I can't say I have like one specific plan. I mean, that is the one thing about being a gym personal trainer. I don't have like this is my fat loss plan, this is my strength training plan, this is my this plan, this is I do have a pregnancy plan, and that one is pretty standard because there is a lot of do's and don'ts when it comes to working out while you're pregnant. But that's also really dependent on your fitness level, your health level. I mean, especially during pregnancy, what if I'm not feeling good during my pregnancy? I'm not even thinking about going to the gym then. Or what if you have sciatica? Or what if you're diabetic? I don't have a set plan, but I can tell you the most client that what my clients needed the most. I trained women because I have a women's fitness specialization. Um, so a lot of women felt very safe around me. They still do feel very safe with me. And I kind of made that my specialization. So anytime that there was a client that joined the gym that was like, I really need a female personal trainer who knows how to help a woman's body, they came to me. There was many times that I didn't even have room for anybody in my in my schedule because there was many women that trusted me in my community, and it was an honor. So because honestly, and we don't really talk about this enough, even my personal training certification, most of the science is based on men and men's body. Women's bodies were not studied very often in the past because they're like, oh, they're pregnant. Oh, they're on their period. Well, you should have studied us because guess what? Women still get pregnant and women still get their period. And women's bodies are even completely different after that. Like what about when they go through menopause or perimenopause? Nobody talks about that enough. There is many amazing resources on the female body now, but back in the day, women were shoved to the side, and I bet you we are not even close to the amount of research that we need to compare to the research done on men's bodies. So that was the reason I got my women's fitness specialization, because I wanted to know now I know how to work out properly, but now I want to know how to work out for my body, for the female body. And that was, I think, almost the most important certification that I got. So almost all of my clients were females. I think I had one or two males when I worked at my gym, and I currently have females too. I have some clients on the side, but that's my niche. I love training women. I love empowering women. I love being like right now, like when I'm part of the sweat community, and I just love having all the women around me encouraging me. But there really isn't like a plan made for women only. Women can deadlift just like men. Women can bench press just like men. Women can do anything that they set their heart to. Anybody can do anything they set their heart to. Um, but majority of my clients were females, A lot of them got pregnant or were pregnant and are trying to get back into the gym, or they were going on a weight loss journey. I would say those were my top three. I've had many other things in between. I've had women who have wanted to build strength. I've had women who just want to learn how to take care of their bodies. I've had it all. But the top three were definitely women who were pregnant, women who were getting back into the gym after being pregnant, and then women who wanted to start a weight loss journey in a safe way and in a healthy way. So those were my top plans, but definitely still personalized. I mean, I'm a personal trainer. I wrote these plans for each woman. A lot of them had similar guidelines, but it was different. I mean, this pregnant woman might be getting sick all the time. This pregnant woman might have been working out for years before and now she feels totally different, or this one feels the exact same and she's like, just get me what I can. So pregnant, not pregnant, female, not female, it doesn't matter. I made you a personalized plan. And if you are a client of mine, you become a client of mine, or you've been a client of mine, you have and will always have a personalized plan. So that was what I recommend the most, was something that was made for you and personalized for you. Number 7, what do you eat as a trainer? I eat what makes me feel good. I often talk about food as fuel, and I think the most important thing when it comes to food is that it's making you feel good. It's food that makes your body happy, not just your taste buds. My taste buds love ice cream and cake, but my body does not. My body likes maybe a piece of cake, like a small piece of cake every now and then, but my taste buds are like, give me the whole thing. So again, with my nutrition certification, I've had to relearn a lot about food. I've had to take myself through an undiagnosed eating disorder. And again, I educate myself. If I have questions, I educate myself. I go right to the facts. And I think getting my nutrition certification was another one of the best things I could have ever done, because I have learned so much about food and my body. I'm such a nerd. I love reading books on food and nutrition. We have a whole nutrition episode here on the podcast with my best friend Shoshana. I love it. I love it. I love it. So what I eat is a lot of protein. I drink a lot of water. I eat a lot of vegetables and fruits. I eat whole carbs. I try to limit processed foods. And I go back and forth between counting macros and intuitively eating. I do what works best for me in this phase of life. I know that's not an answer that everybody likes, because everybody likes to hear the exact calories that you're eating and your macro split and what you had for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snacks, because they want to copy you and look like you. No. If you need nutrition support, reach out to me. I'm happy to help you and take you on as one of my nutrition clients, or as even just like if you just have questions, I'm happy to answer your questions. But again, it's got to be personalized. We got to get to know you, your body, your triggers, your allergies, your intolerances, all of it, your goals, your stress levels. I mean, oh my God, that has to be a whole other episode in itself. And it is. So check out my nutrition episode if you're interested in that. We're going to have a part 2 coming up soon. So keep an eye out for that. But as for nutrition, for me, I definitely emphasize eating whole foods. I drink a lot of water, and I do get in that protein. There's a little bit of, what's the best word for it? Stigma, I guess, around protein. A lot of people overemphasize the amount of protein that they need to have, and then a lot of people underemphasize it. It's too hard to tell you what you should and shouldn't be doing without having a one-on-one conversation with you about it. But let's just say an ideal amount of protein is 30% of your calories. And I'm going to leave it at that because I'm not going to get into what you should and shouldn't be doing without having talked to you guys individually first. Number 8. What do you like the most about being a personal trainer, and what do you like the least? What I like the most is actually the same thing that I like the most about teaching. I love helping people. I'm a people person. I enjoy being around people. I enjoy seeing people smile. My cup gets full. My cup is filled. Oh my gosh, I can't tell. My cup is full when I have helped somebody. I think one of the best ways you can give back to your community is by helping somebody. And I genuinely love when my clients come in and they're like, oh my God, like I went to the gym by myself the other day and I did our workout together, or I implemented the meal plan that we came up with together and I feel so much better. And I love their successes. And I love being there for them on their not so successful days. And they are there for me too. I mean, a lot of our sessions together were so therapeutic. It was so nice to just have people there that genuinely cared about me just as much as I cared about them. The least favorite parts about it, my least favorite parts about it, were honestly then the people that didn't make you feel that way. And the people that don't really show you their true colors when you first meet them and you sign them up to be one of your clients and you're so excited to get to know them, and then the more you get to know them, the more uncomfortable they make you feel, and you have to uncomfortably navigate that. That's my least favorite part. And then of course the hours too. When you are gym based, you do have to meet a certain amount of hours, and being that I was doing grad school, training, and teaching all at the same time, that part sucked. But the job itself did not suck. Just the effects that it did for my stress and my hormone levels. And I talk about that on many different episodes of this podcast. So if you're interested more in the story of how I went from being so busy to being so lonely and depressed, check out one of the first few episodes I've posted here, because that goes all into it, guys. I mean, work-life balance is a huge thing that you got to be careful with. And I think it's just important to make sure that you don't forget to take care of yourself while trying to take care of other people. Okay, 2 more and then we're going to cut this off. Number 9, would you work at your gym again? Absolutely. Absolutely. I would work at my gym again. You all know I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I love the people there. I love the environment there. I would go back and take what I've learned from it and try to adapt it. If there were clients that made me feel uncomfortable or people that made me feel uncomfortable, I don't think I would be so scared to tell them anymore. And I would really try to build my clientele around my ideal type of client, the person that I connect with the most, the person that I genuinely want to help, and the people that connect with me. So yes, I would definitely go there and work there again. Let's see. I want to kind of wrap this up with here's what we're going to wrap this up with, because I've got many other questions on here, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to save them for a different time and do a part 2 of this episode, and I'll have some of my personal trainer friends come on here and answer these questions too. So let's do that. This is going to be our last question for this episode. Number 10. What is the best advice you have as a personal trainer? My best advice. Y'all know I love to get deep. My best advice is to do it for yourself. Do not come to the gym and expect a quick fix tomorrow because somebody's making you feel a certain type of way. Many people come to the gym with trauma. Actually, I believe that everybody has trauma. Capital T or lowercase t trauma, big T, little t trauma. We all have trauma. But make the gym or your workout space, doesn't have to be a gym, make your workout space your safe space. Make it an opportunity for you to better yourself, for you to get to know yourself, to defy the odds, to prove to yourself and yourself alone that you are genuinely stronger than you think you are. And it's not about what other people think. There will always be somebody who's lifting heavier than you, who has tighter abs than you, a bigger butt than you, who has stronger arms than you, who has all these things that you think you want, but it's not about that. So just take care of you. Look in the mirror. Give that person a hug, a high five, a smile, something. But be there for them, because that person in the mirror needs you the most. And make your workout time your you time, your time to grow, to thrive. Not every workout is going to be amazing. There are plenty of workouts that I've done that I was tired, I was weak, I was distracted, I was angry. It doesn't matter, because I showed up for myself and I kept my promises to myself. So the best advice I can give you is to do it for yourself. Woo! All right. We love a good deep moment. All right, everybody. This was really fun. I had a really good time going back through all these questions, and I've got plenty more. So stay tuned for part 2 of personal training questions asked and answered. And I hope you guys have a great day. If it's Friday, happy Friday. You know our episodes come out every Friday at midnight Eastern Standard Time. I can't wait to chat with you guys next week, and I will see you soon.